Welcome, Tim. How are you?
Hey, Volker. Very, very pleased to be here talking to you. How are
Same
you
here.
today?
Hey, I'm great. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for our talk today.
Yes,
We
me too.
gathered us quick together. It was a quick idea, and it was a very short time of planning, just doing because it something just hit that we know we talk from the same thing and look from a totally different perspective on
Yeah.
artificial intelligence. In Germany, we call it
Yes.
KI, AI, but it's called in a no, a global way. And
Yeah.
where are you, global way? Where are you right now?
Globally, I am on the third planet orbiting the sun in the middle of a beautiful solar system in the midst of the vast reaches of space. But specifically, I'm in New South Wales, Australia, which is right down the bottom of that little planet. And it's a wonderful day. As you can see, I have palm trees just out the window here. There are parrots eating on bananas on those palm trees.
Ooh.
And just out this window over here, I can see wallabies, which are like tiny kangaroos bouncing around in the paddock out there.
Oh, did you
So it's
see the
very
kangaroos
Australian.
our designers put on our image?
I loved that. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, and I am in here in Munich, bar, more precise, Rosenheim today, exactly. And the first thing was what catch uh, um, my spirit was the word superesque. What is that?
Yes.
That was so the first thing I need to know. What is this superesque?
Well, it turns out superesque is a very difficult word to translate into German. Um, but it's the name is a bit of a joke, really. Well, not quite a joke. Superesque is an AI training program I'm running down here, and we are learning how to build AI assistants and AI agents that are trained on people's personal experience and knowledge and perspectives so effectively to create little clones of each individual that they can use as co-workers and thinking partners, co-creators. My vision is that everyone needs a little team of AI agents trained on their professional expertise to amplify their abilities, to extend their understanding, and essentially to scale the kind of impact that they can have in the workplace and beyond.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
been an
yes.
interesting journey so far.
I lost the earplug for I catched it, but I got every word on the other side.
I thought you were
So
swatting a fly.
yeah, yeah. But that's so different than thinking of AI, than bringing another tool, more likely to, hey, you start a journey as a project or as a. For me, my view was I didn't just look at the educational way. I saw it like education in everything, you know,
Mhm.
not what you right now see, but because things change so quick in the now,
Yeah.
we need to learn constant. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's a big thing for me as a dad right now, easy one on that side to tell my daughter, hey, I learn every day so much too. I can tell her every day so much things I learned today. When I think back, when my dad times, it was very constant. Life was
Yeah.
very in a matter, and that's why I think learning gonna be one of the biggest things we have to master to keep pace
I think
in
that's
general.
absolutely right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think more than learning, we need to master the art of innovation. And I think
Hmm.
this is something tremendous that AI is doing for us at the moment. I was reading a report recently. It came out of MIT in the States. It was called the Gen AI Divide Report, and they found
Yes.
in research that you know the one, yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah, I saw
found
it.
one of the amazing statistics was that 90% of employees are using generative AI in their work, but the majority of them are not making this known to their boss
Yeah,
because they're worried about how that will be seen. But what amazes me about that is the fact that everyone who uses this technology uses it in a different way. They find their own use cases, they create their own innovations. And so that's
yeah,
90% of employees out there who are innovating in their own space. It's an amazing force of grassroots innovation. And I think it has incredible cultural impacts.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I want to use this second right now just to say, hey, welcome to all the people who see us right now. Thank you that you uh, get your time and said, hey, it's interesting for me to click in. And now already 2-3 minutes we are on the go. But now we want to make it a little bit interactive too. You have like if you have a question, we can put questions in. I have one already in there. I will do on the run a few more. I have one here. Um we maybe can start with.
Mm,
um,
it's a good
and,
one.
and and I want to invite you guys who are listening to us, just put your questions in, and if you don't see it live, 9 o'clock in the morning in Germany, most people are maybe not right now watching at real time, but maybe in Sydney or in Australia it's 8 p.m. 6 p.m. The times I need to learn. 6 p.m. I think, yeah,
It is,
exactly, right?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we put it
yeah.
wrong, and I couldn't figure it back exactly. But that's something we could. After all, IA is only as human as the consciousness that builds it.
There is a lot in there. That is a really interesting thought. Do you want to speak to it?
I need to speak to it because it's that's one thought what triggers me for really long time now.
Mm,
Because I think most people you see it, you read it already on the text. If you see a text and you know it from 100 kilometers, it's not written by a human. It's AI. You know what I mean?
hmm.
And
Yep.
that's
Oh yeah.
um, you have to learn one thing. The programming language is your speech. And if you look at the back end of Avatar, it's like a DNA you can program. That's what we do. We program the DNA, and then
Hmm.
uh, it will be like your mirror. Like we do it in first in my company, we put the whole thing like in a mirroring thing. We didn't lose one job or one person. Very important. Most people think or are afraid of you put AI in and you're gonna need to fire people. That's the biggest
Hmm.
fear here in Germany. What people have, and that's wrong
Yeah.
because the thing is there is so much more to do when you do it right and when you do it in a whole new precision. And
Oh yes.
but and that's my but humans need to learn first to be honest and truthful because AI is just transparent, and if you don't do it, you begin to lie and you circle. Then you're gonna have a dangerous situation after a while,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh
that's
yeah.
the first thing we have to admit that we make a clean table and set for us free to be straight out, and that's in companies and stuff like that. The first biggest issue because. Even alone between the departments, there is so much. I don't want to go there, but the thing is, the people have to, the people have to learn what you do with Superesque, how to build your own force to manage a new dimension, and
Yeah.
then work will be something totally different. And that's the biggest question what needs to be answered in the next few years, and we
Oh,
don't
yes.
have an answer yet. What is
Oh,
really
yes.
work, and how we
Mm.
measure work? I think, and that's another thing I put into that question. I think we have to change, because that thought is with that question born. We have to change to think of success uh, just in numbers or something. We have to be in the experience has to be a part of success. We
It's
have
really
to,
interesting.
you know what I mean? That's a total new perspective, and because you cannot run against KI or AI. You cannot run against it. It's always going to be faster. And then in Silicon Valley, they're going to make faster machines and make it always faster, faster, faster. But what we can do with that faster, shouldn't we go much more deeper, and make out of it, of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
intelligent, build something out, what helps us human to be more.
Yeah, and look, I think one thing we need to do is get clear on what it means to be deep, because you're right. AI is brilliant, but it's extremely shallow. And
Yeah.
if you just engage with it in a shallow way, then, as they say, garbage in, garbage out, you'll just get shallow responses, and the value of that is really low. But what you're saying is absolutely true. If we explore our depths and cultivate our depths, cultivate wisdom, cultivate empathy, cultivate foresight, cultivate honesty and authenticity, then these things will be reflected back through our interaction with AI.
Mhm.
So it's really important. I think I was saying to you earlier, we're in this situation at the moment where the model providers, the people who are making the AI models, constantly upgrading their models, week upon week, month upon month. But human beings need an upgrade as well, and it's not a technological upgrade. It's more of
Yeah.
a spiritual upgrade, really. We need to deepen our humanity in order to get more out of the human and AI relationship. And just on that point, I I think you mentioned earlier that we tend to see AI as just another tool in our toolkit. And I think if we're going to see AI as a tool, we are destined to receive shallow responses and unsatisfying responses from AI. We have to understand that AI is it's an intelligent algorithm. It's not conscious, but
No.
it has
No.
a super intelligence of its own, and it reflects what it is given. It's like a mirror.
Mhm.
If we want to create great experiences from AI and great outputs from our engagement with AI, we have to be bringing our whole person to that engagement with the AI, speaking to it openly, honestly, clearly about who we are, what we're trying to do, what the context of our work is. If we
Yes.
feed it with that depth of information, it will give us back a depth of response. And I think this has to be the way that human and AI relations continue. Because if we
I
don't
like that.
upgrade, we're going to be left
Yes.
behind. We need to
Yeah.
find a partnership. Yeah.
If you look at it at first, like you get your new toolbox, the nice red one, and you get that toolbox and you pull it out, and then you don't look in and see screwdrivers, but you see agents, and you say, hey, what do I
Mm.
need for taxes? Why I should each time I have to overthink it for 3 hours, and here if I put it, and the knowledge I thought gonna be captivated.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
you have to think, just to put some out of the regular life, because just in your regular life you're gonna have agents for you, just to think of recipes in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just the thing. Oh, I have to write it again. No, no, no. I don't have butter. Please do it with something different. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's gonna work.
And these relationships we have with these agents, they can either weaken us and diminish us,
Yeah.
or they can empower us and enhance us. And they'll weaken us and diminish us if we let the agents do the thinking. And if we just outsource every task and every solution to AI or KI. But
Yeah.
if we find a way to have a real authentic relationship with the AI, then we can achieve so much more, and that can enhance us, that can empower us, and give us so much more to think about as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I find the experience of thinking with AI to be tremendously cognitively challenging and enhancing and enriching as well. And I just think
You know what I think?
that's a reflection. Yeah.
What I think what AI needs to exist is our curiosity. AI never gonna be curious like a human being. You know, our curiosity and our wanting. That's the difference. Every machine will say, "Okay, I'm done." You know, it's all okay. It needs the next firing to be inspired.
This is absolutely correct. I mean, that is such a profound insight. We tend to imagine that AI is just thing that's out there. It's in our computers. It's there, and we can talk to it any time. But in fact, it's just potential, and it doesn't really
Yeah.
exist until we bring our curiosity and start talking to it. It doesn't exist apart from in the relationship with the human, which is fascinating. It's very fascinating. Can I put this in the big picture? Because I find,
Please. I see something is working. Yeah.
I'm a philosopher, so my mind gravitates to the big picture overview, and I'm very I'm struck by the fact, well, two things, in fact. The first thing is that never before in the history of humanity have we had a tool that talks back to us and asks us questions and helps us elevate our thinking. We've always had tools. Since the dawn of the human species, we've had tools of one kind or another, and they've always been a key part of the kind of animal that we are. But for the first time ever, we have this tool that is intelligent and engages us like another human being. And that's completely,
Mhm.
it's unprecedented. We've never experienced this. We didn't anticipate it. The philosophers of technology don't have a framework for helping us understand this. We really are, all of us, in completely uncharted waters here. And we're forced to sort of make things up as we go, which is why conversations like this are just tremendously important, because
Yeah.
more of us need to be like thinking about, well, how do we engage with this thing? How do we get the best out of this thing? Um,
Yeah.
the other thing I wanted to point out, or wanted to think about, is that, well, since AI has come out, companies and business leaders and business thinkers have been trying to identify valuable use cases for it. I think OpenAI, when they released
Mhm. Mhm.
ChatGPT, didn't have any idea what people were going to do with this tool.
Mhm.
So they put it out there to see what people would do. And since then, we've all been scrambling around going, oh, can I use it for this? Can I use it for that? Which is fantastic, but it's led us to think about quite sort of functional
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
in the work world kind of applications where
Yeah. Yeah.
what we need to do is like pause and reflect and take a step back and go,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, we have this tremendous new technology. What are we to become with this? Where are we going with this? What's the big picture? How is this going to affect the nature of human beings in the coming
We, we,
decades? So it's such an
we
important
as
question.
self, we as self have to step out of the what they all do now is the automation. You know what I mean? We self have to get out of the automation, not
Right.
be running in the circle. You know that's the big difference. What you say.
Oh, we've got a freeze situation. I don't know if I've frozen or if Volker is frozen.
Are you there?
Oh, I'm here. Sorry. We froze for a moment. It was
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
electricity
yeah.
flying back and forward across the planet got jammed up in a pipe or something.
Yeah, you're shooting right through. You are right on the other side.
Sorry, what were you
Yeah.
saying?
Um, I work with companies to put AI into workspace and in management and culture. Culture is a big thing too.
Hmm.
But the hardest part of it is what you just said, to step out and see this picture. Because people are still a kind of an operating process, and we are right now the operating process gets more and more into the artificial intelligence. It's not the people
Hmm.
who are running, you know. People can be more step out, and they have to see the picture. They have to see where things going, because in your own part of your daily routine, you are in charge to steer the artificial intelligence. It's not the other way around. So you as human being, you are the on the steering wheel, and
Right.
you cannot do both. You cannot run and steer,
No,
and we have to
no.
think about it different. It's a different way of working.
And it makes it ironic that the response that so many leaders have had to the arrival of AI is, oh, we can automate so many more things now. We can produce faster and better automations. Um, when in fact we need to slow down and stop and think. This is my friend Diego. Hello, Diego. I know Diego.
Oh, you know Diego? Yeah,
I do. No,
LinkedIn
he's a
close.
he's a friend of mine. Very pleased that you're watching, Diego. Hopefully,
Awesome, awesome.
LinkedIn is unfrozen again.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, he couldn't type. Probably.
That's right.
Yeah.
So where were
How
we? Where were we?
in the philosophical picture of seeing what is going on,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
running after the next development of wrapping people into boxes like Barbie or something like that.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
what is AI really about, and what you do with your teams when you put in the learning development. I'm really want to know, in a field where people, in my field, people mostly have to be. First thing is they are forced to. It's a decision what the company has. You know what I mean? For you, people come there and they want to do it for themselves. And I think
yeah.
you get much more and quicker successful thing going on that side here. Yeah, he saw it. Yeah,
Yeah, he knows he owes me a beer.
yeah.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
just yeah, I do. Just I think it would be good for us to sort of dive into the experience of that deeper reflection at this point.
Hmm.
And I've got a story
Hmm.
that I wanted to share with you that might spark some insights in you. I was
Yeah.
reading this really interesting article in the New Yorker magazine. Do you know the New
Hmm.
Yorker? It comes out, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was by an American historian of technology. He works at Princeton University. His name is D. Graham Burnett, and he has been letting his students play with AI, and he found something fascinating. He found that the students really loved talking to AI about their lives and their challenges, precisely because AI listens and
Hmm.
responds in a way that most living humans don't.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes you can meet
Yes.
a good listener, and they will sit with you and patiently listen to everything you have to say. AI has infinite patience, and
Yeah.
the students found this was tremendously rewarding and engaging, and it led them to want to share more and more details so they could see themselves reflected back in the questions. And what Burnett realized was that AI was functioning as a mirror, um, helping people develop a deeper understanding of their own self, their own identity, and explore that understanding with this infinitely patient entity. that just wants to be with them and understand them more deeply. We've never had that opportunity before.
It's your
That's
tool.
a fascinating.
It starts to become a tool, like you, just for personal development, and that's the really big thing about it. You can look at cases, or why I'm always with my messages, why always I get cold messages back. People just don't know that with their own words they close out people. You know what I mean? And with
Yeah.
AI, you can say, "Hey, analyze my text. What is wrong with my text?"
Uh-huh.
And we can help you and say, "Hey, this word closes the door." You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's a total new way of working in a way with assistance to make yourself more. Let's just put it on more. The Superesque is that word I like. It's Superesque.
We become Superesque. This is something that we do in Superesque. I have a couple of chatbots that I've created that basically introduce the students to the program and sort of lead them into the experience of sharing details about their lives and professions with the AI, so that the AI can personalize the program for them. And the students always say, I'm amazed by the conversation I just had with this agent, because in the course of a series of question answer responses, it seemed to develop such a clear understanding of who I am and what I'm trying to achieve in my professional life. I just wanted to stay. Some of them just don't want to progress to the program because they just want to stay talking to these initial agents about their own lives and challenges. They find it really enriching.
Funny that you say that, because in another way, what we do in companies, we do make ID cards for special roles and personalities. So you give in that card, and the agent already knows in which role you are, how you speak, and so you can. Whatever you do in whichever project you are in, you can put just your card. You give the KI this kind of information. You have to feed earlier. What you did, you know what I mean? You feed that in, and then you make a card out of it. And in the later process in the company, you use this card as a door opener.
Wow. So you're saying you have a series of agents distributed through
Yes,
various parts of the company, and people have salient aspects of their identity on their card, and they just give it to the agent, and then the
yes.
agent knows who they are, and they can have a. That is fascinating. That is really
and
fascinating.
and and, and they get this kind of information, what it's right for them to need, or what's needed for this kind of work. It never been so precise how you use information. I mean, if you
Yeah.
think of it, Google. I mean, why I should go to Google to search 100 pages, and which one is right? You know what I mean, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
you are so in precision, and in companies when you do your own KI, you are. It's amazing. It's really amazing. It's like being a laser or a sculpture. In work more like. Creativity to set in process than to be
Yeah.
sitting there. That's in Germany when you see how you are very very hard working, and you how you do that. People sit there like that. Sitting on the, and you sit in front, and that has to be changed.
Yeah. 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 I think, look, we were talking earlier about the transformation of work as a result of AI, and I think that one very important class of professionals who are going to find themselves, I won't say disrupted because people overuse that term, but they're going to find their role being transformed by AI in the coming years. This is the class of managers, right?
Oh,
Because management fundamentally is translating information from one context to another. They're the person who says, okay, well, the exec said this, and now I'm going to go and talk to these people lower down the ladder, and I'm going to explain what they need to be doing. We can build AIs for that. I mean, like it sounds to me like you are building AIs.
That's what I really do with VluxKIM.ai. What we do. Really, we build culture and the whole, say, the management here, the same thing. You have to think different, not to get rid of the position. They have to do different jobs. They have a totally different work. What they have to do, what they do right now, it's going to be obsolete. It's not needed anymore.
Yeah. Though at the same time,
what I mean? Yeah,
I think as we've been saying, I think that you get the best results out of an AI agent when you have a human expert who's bringing their sensitivity and their awareness of context, their empathy towards other people, and they're combining that with the power of artificial intelligence. I mean, it's that marriage between the human and the AI where you get quality and you get excellence happening. And I think that's a really
yes.
I think this is a really important theme. I think that exactly. I mean, one thing that has become very clear to me in teaching Superesque, and I can thank one of the students, Emmett, for this. In the final week of the first cohort, he said, this is actually, what we're doing here is actually all about quality, really, isn't it? We're teaching the AI to understand what I mean when I say quality work, so that it can help me create an even higher standard of quality in my work. And I realized this was true, and it made me realize that ultimately AI is a tremendous opportunity for innovative business leaders, because it gives us the opportunity to really introduce quality and excellence in work in a way that we've never been able to do before, because we can build these agents that really do understand, what excellent looks like, and can help people to understand how they can become excellent and contribute to the overall excellence of the firm.
Yeah. I to that I got a picture. To start something like that off, the first thing you have to buy as a company is a round table.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a physical round table to set aside. Here is and then what you said before, as your philosophical picture was so important for us people. That's what religion it's all about. It's about having a philosophical picture to survive, and that's what you inspire in my really in my work too. Is we have to look in a philosophical way. Otherwise, we cannot. We cannot really get success really on the right spot. That's what I think. To get the real shift or portals, what needed. If you don't find them, you cannot steer. That's what I think, and that's why it's so important to have that in there. And you have to do that in every company. The first thing you have to think about philosophy. You have to sit on the table apart, and what does artificial intelligence mean to us? What is, you have to start this process away from the computer, right in the human, and then to find something from the first moment on. The best thing is a KI who is already I always say KI AI. The AI is monitoring the speech and giving you already an outtake. That would be the first thing. Just to have, nobody had to be the side to write. Everybody was part of the meeting. You know what I mean, or the appearance or the development. It's like you need a circle, and open up a new space, and from that space. The journey starts. That's what I think. I don't want to go deeper on that point because we said we do 40 minutes. Just it's for us too to learn each other and learn what you do, what we do, and get that together. And we want to spread it, and that's really comes out of our heart. We don't say we need now to make a product out of it. We want to spread the spirit and want
Yeah,
to help people get less fearful and more joyful into this new adventure what we have
that's
as human beings.
that's right. That's right. And 40 minutes speaking with you always goes so quickly because
Yeah,
I find that we just kind of spark off each other. I've already got half a dozen ideas lined up in the back of my mind that I want to talk to you about. But you're right. We only have a few minutes left. So how are we going to wrap this up, do you think?
yeah. The good thing is today we said we go just in there just to get vibration.
It's all
Let
about the vibe.
yeah, just to. I think for next week we can get more structured.
Hmm.
Our minds right now we have like a open field. We opened like a thinking field, and we want to invite people to come join us in this field.
Yeah.
If you see it now live or later in replay, it's going to be in replay, and people are going to see it tonight or tomorrow or on the weekend or whenever. Uh, and just to invite onto a journey. That's what I think. What I take from today. I want to make out of that something people really get a hands-on mentality
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what we need
Well,
right now.
we do. We do. And we need the courage to let AI in, I think.
Yes, yes,
Instead of seeing it as something that sits out there in our computer or on our phone, we need to accept that it is something that we're going to have a relationship with um, from now on. Like it or not, really. I mean, you can sort of opt out and not engage with AI, but I think I think most people now are accepting that AI is just part of their lives, and we need to find the right kind of relationship with AI. We need to find a way that we can be human and use AI in a productive way without being forced to become machines.
yeah, and really to bridge that too. I have my pen. I have over 20 something years. I have a personal relationship with that pen too. I talk to, you know what I mean? Or you have some things, or cars. Some people
Did you
give
say a pen like a
pencil.
like
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
you've had
yeah,
a pen for 20 years?
yeah, yeah. I have to fill
Wow,
it. I have to refill it. You know what I mean? I
that's
bring it next
special.
time. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I'd
yeah.
like to see it.
It's for me because, and I don't use it for everything. I have certain books I write with that. That's for me something um, I vision a lot with that. That's for me, my
Uh-huh.
friend. He shows me like the writing hand. You know what I mean? And I don't know
Okay,
where I go. I just start with a circle, and then my pen leads me into something. You know what I mean? Make a game out of it.
that is great. That is great.
And we do that in a way. eh, We personalize always things. It's don't be afraid. That's my message I want to send out. Don't be afraid. Uh, that you at first think, hey, it's kind of human. No, it's not. Just ask him something different, and you will see it's not a human. and uh,
Yeah.
and that's maybe the biggest thing we have to really do in our minds. We have to let AI be AI and human be human,
Yeah.
and not make AI human like and human AI like. That doesn't help anybody. That's my
Well, it's
message for
it's
today.
well, look, I think I agree with what you say, but I think that in practical terms, we do need to make AI agents more human-like,
Oh,
and
of
that's
course.
Yeah. I mean, while accepting that AI itself it's an alien intelligence, it's completely non-human, but the art of developing a real relationship with AI is to become a builder, essentially, and to use that natural
It's
language programming to create intelligent entities that you can have real relationships with.
on that side. It comes to the point. It's built like a human mind. So
It
and
is the
now
neural
what?
network, right?
And now the big thing. Okay, and now the biggest thing is if you constantly breathe through your nose in and out, you see you can control your mind. And AI is only one point
Yeah.
out of a human being. It's like our mind. It's not like our soul or our emotions, or you know what I mean. And that's where the difference is to humanity. It's
Oh
built
yeah.
like a mind and not like a human being.
Yeah. Look, I have a big philosophical issue with the traditional, let's call it the Cartesian
Ah,
understanding
yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
human being, which suggests that essentially human beings are these intelligences that are locked in their brains and just looking out through our
Mm.
eyes and engaging the world that way. I mean, for sure, we're looking out through our eyes and we do have brains. I'm not doubting that at all. But I think fundamentally, what makes a human being is the way that we are um, physically and biologically attuned to the external world. We're taking in sensations and experiences through all parts of our body the whole time. Our nervous system is attuned to sort of noise and vibration and stimulus of all kinds, and that's all part of our conscious awareness as well. I mean, in a way, human
Yeah,
beings
definitely.
are we are plugged into the world in so many ways, but AI is not. I mean, AI, and this is what you're saying, AI is just locked within a set of servers somewhere. It doesn't experience a world. It doesn't have that full
You
human
know,
engagement with the life world. Yeah.
and the funny part about it, uh, the one thing most people struggle, they are so tied into their mind and they forget about what how to be a human. You know what I mean? They are so drilled into being mind, and they cannot loosen their mind anymore. And that's a good
Yeah.
thing. That's a good thing for humanity, because if we can have the artificial intelligence to help us there, we can be human. We can open up to what is it about? Not only what it's all about. But you
Right.
see, the light went already off. I only tuned it for 40 minutes. No, the battery. Did you see
Oh, okay.
my front light?
Time is up. Our time is
Time is
up.
up.
Oh.
But it's actually the different way around. Here it's morning. I start now working really, and for you it's already you settle down, have now evening feelings.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the sun is going down. I've really
Tim,
enjoyed this conversation.
thank you very much. Yeah.